Welcome back to the Buds in the Box YouTube channel. Today we will be addressing the Leafs goalie situation. So just a quick recap. Currently, as we're making this video, Jack Campbell is injured, and I'm not sure when he's coming back. It should be soon because he was out for only 2 weeks. We also have Shelgren, who has been kind of our temporary starter for now, who's been playing decent but had a little bit of a bad game in Nashville. And then we also have not Justin Hall, Joseph Woll, who has been injured recently. And I found out today that's actually why he hasn't been playing over Shelgren. And then we also have Mrazek, who has recently just gone on the waiver wire. So this makes this situation 10 times more interesting. Let's just start off with Jack Campbell. And what do you guys think is going to happen when he comes back?
I actually saw a post today saying that Campbell was on the ice. If it wasn't today, it was yesterday. So he's back on the ice, which is a good sign. And like Felly said, and like most Leaf fans know, that we don't play until Wednesday. So if he is in question at all, he still has a little bit more rest time. I wish we knew what the 2-week period was, but we would know if he's anywhere near clearing his injury, right? So whatever happens.
Shelgren is actually confirmed already for Wednesday. I just saw that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well,
but
Soup is backing up.
Yeah, putting Mrazek on waivers definitely spices things up, I think, because they're not playing him for the rest of the year. They can't trust him in that. He's not going to touch a playoff game. He's just untrustworthy. So, and Campbell's been pretty bad for a little while now, couple months. So I don't see you guys are gonna. I'm still sticking to my theory, man. But here's the thing is we all saw. I don't know. I think we've talked about this, but we saw there was a trade in place that Toronto turned down for Fleury. So I guess if you haven't heard, the Blackhawks apparently offered the Leafs Fleury and Hagel for 2 first-rounders and Nyes, I think. Was
and
the
Mrazek.
trade.
Yeah,
and Mrazek.
something like that.
So yeah, it was Mrazek, Nyes, and 2 first-round picks, and the Leafs said no. Dubas said he's not gonna trade 2 first-rounders, I guess. Or Nyes. Nyes has a really high ceiling right now. He's played extremely well. He's only 19 and he's doing really well at the NCAA level, and he played in the Olympics too, and he did well too there, and also in the World Juniors. They only got 2 games in, but he had a goal. But anyway, so he turned that down. But I don't know. I still think there's room. Maybe if that's their asking price for Fleury and Hagel, they already got their 2 firsts for Hagel. Maybe they just want but now Mrazek's on waivers, so I'm kind of confused. But
yeah, I think the situation here, they turned down that trade was because they believe in Campbell and they believe in Shelgren and Woll, for them to back up Campbell when he comes back. That's what Kyle Dubas said. That's why he said he declined that trade.
I just think that they have to do something because they still have their first-round pick because they didn't trade it away for Giordano today. So they still have their first and next year's, hypothetically, if they needed it. But they could make a move for someone tomorrow. I don't know who it would be, but they could potentially. They've still got. It's not like they just traded away all their pieces. And if they're really gonna go for it, they still have their first rounder this year, their first rounder next year. They still have Hall, who actually has value, even though we rip on him all the time. He actually does have some value. But I don't know. I still think they're going to trade for a goalie tomorrow. And if they don't, they're going to trade for another player for sure. They have to spice something up other than Giordano. Giordano's a big splash, definitely, but they didn't even spend that much on him. So they can definitely get someone else. But in terms of goalie situation, if you ask me, having Campbell as a starter and hoping that nothing happens to him, and then putting Shelgren, who's never played a playoff game, or Woll, who's never played a playoff game, or basically any NHL games for that matter. Shelgren's played 3 NHL games. So putting them in a situation like that would not be if that's what the Leafs are banking on as their goaltending situation, right? A cold Campbell, first of all, then having two backups, hypothetically Wall and Shelgren, that have never played NHL games, like more than 10 NHL games, each of them combined haven't played more than 10 NHL games. So like that just doesn't work for me. If they're entering the playoffs with that situation going on, it's not okay.
Yeah, and another thing that I actually forgot to mention as well that actually spices everything up is they also signed the Finnish goalie.
Harry Sateri.
Yes.
Is that his name? Harry Sateri? He's my new favorite player.
Yeah, so he could honestly probably, I think he's going to be their backup. Like I'm pretty sure that's what they had him there too. On the waiver wire today. So apparently he wants to sign with the Toronto Maple Leafs. So he has to like go through this NHL protocol and clear waivers first. So a team can still claim,
sorry. I didn't do that.
A team can still claim Harry Terreri or whatever his name is.
Harry
Sateri, technically. And then once he clears waivers, he can sign with Mrazek. He has to clear waivers. If he doesn't, that's actually great because for the next 3 years, we don't have to pay him at all. And we get that cap space. And if he clears waivers, which is most likely, wishful thinking would be that someone claims him. But if he clears waivers, then we get a $1.5 million, I think, or something like that, cap relief. So either way, it's a win-win for the Leafs.
So we should just put Matthews on waivers and then pay him like half of what he makes.
I don't think that's how that works. But
listen to this guy.
Mrazek's contract was set up to be buried in the minors if things went bad. And Dubas he's really smart for doing that, and now it's paying off. So
yeah, because things did go bad last year.
Yeah, I didn't think of that, but yeah, I don't know. I like I'm said, I'm not confident in that. If trade deadline passes tomorrow at 3:00 or whatever it is, if that deadline passes and Campbell and Shelgren and Wool are the goalies, I don't think we're getting past the first round unless Campbell really stands on his head. And then what happens if he gets injured? Knock on wood.
Okay, well, let's go to the question then. Are the Leafs done trade deadline?
No. Like I said, I don't think they are. I think they have their first still. They're not looking to keep their first round pick this year. I can almost guarantee that. Because what is this 2022 first round pick do for them? They get another prospect in the system. We've already got a couple good prospects in the system. And the pick, hypothetically, if they think they're going far, they think the Leafs are going far, is in the 20s or, hopefully late 20s, right? So it's not even that valuable of a pick for the Leafs. It is for another team who's rebuilding, right? But I definitely think they can get someone for that first or even the year after that. Like you can see teams who don't. Florida doesn't have a first round pick until 2024. Tampa just traded away 2 first round picks. Like teams that are actually going for it don't need their first round picks this year, right? I'm glad we didn't give it up for Giordano because Giordano is not worth a first round pick. Hypothetically, if they were to give up a first rounder for, I don't think JT Miller is getting traded, but a guy like JT Miller, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Even like just something like that. I mean, Patrick Kane's name is being thrown around. That would be crazy, but like, that would be nuts. Their names are getting thrown around a bit, but like, that's not going to happen. That not in anyone's wildest dreams. But hypothetically, a guy like that, you would trade your 2 first round picks for them, right? Like that would make sense. But
yeah,
I think tomorrow, I don't think they're done. I think one more player needs to fill it all out.
Yeah,
Jude?
The only thing is the Fleury and Minnesota talks are really heating up right now, which is the scary thing to rebuttal Fleury going to hear, right? Because Fleury has stated that he will waive his no move for Minnesota, and Minnesota for some reason, me and Eric were talking about this. They have Kakinen and Talbot, 2 very solid goalies. I think either of them have. Talbot's gone far in the playoffs, and Kakinen is a good goalie. So, like, if we were in their situation, I'd be way more comfortable. But I guess
why do they want Fleury?
I know
That's so weird.
And who are they gonna send down? And like Talbot or Kakinen, like they're both great goalies. So they're gonna have too many, or there's
Or they're gonna have to trade one of them.
yeah, exactly.
They'll probably trade Kakinen, I would assume. He's younger, right?
Yeah, he is.
So I would assume if they wanted Fleury, they would have to trade Kakinen. What just
Scared me.
happened?
My light.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I mean that's a weird situation for Minnesota. I mean, I'm guessing from their standpoint, they're just like, we've had shaky goaltending for the past whatever. We have some good goaltending, but we'd rather have Fleury, who's won, however, he's won 2 or 3 cups, than have Kakinen as our backup. Which, I mean, I guess maybe that's what they think they need. Goalie depth. It's their team, they can do what they want. So if they make a stupid move, doesn't matter for us. But yeah, I think it's pretty clear that Fleury's off the board. Is there any other goalies that really we can trade for, like that you guys can think of off the top of your head?
I actually looked around for that. I was thinking, like, could they? I mean, no. The short answer is not really. But like, there's a couple people are saying like Reimer, Holtby, or whatever. It's like,
yeah,
they're just old and questionable. It's like Reimer had a good season on Carolina because what goalie doesn't have success with Carolina?
The problem with Reimer is he is having success with San Jose, and that's where the question comes. Well, not success, but he has a pretty good save percentage for being San Jose, as opposed to, obviously, I wouldn't even blink at a Carolina goalie after picking up Mrazek and seeing how well Freddie's doing now. It's just like
it's so true. Young. People have no clue unless you're a Leaf fan and have seen what happened there. Mrazek was really good last year for Carolina because Carolina just has really good defense.
Yeah, and Reimer has a 916 right now. Like that blows Mrazek out of the water. So I mean,
and not only that, Carolina actually bolstered up their defense because they got
Reimer's great in playoffs, right? Like
No, Reimer's not great in playoffs.
Yanking your horns.
I thought your light fell again, and that's why you were making that reaction. But then I realized your joke. But yeah, no, we definitely have to make a video on that too. Like just the market in Toronto and kind of like what happens to players when they leave. There's so many great examples. I mean, Dermot, we haven't even talked about the Dermot trade, but Dermot to Vancouver, I think that seems like a really great fit. And I think he'll get like top 4 time there. And I mean, they just traded Hamnick. So they basically traded Hamnick for Dermot.
Hamnick's so bad. The Sens are literally in last place, and they just traded for a 33-year-old defenseman.
Really, 33?
Who's not good at hockey, and he's on a $3 million contract through next year too.
Oh my
I'm pretty sure he played with Brody at one point.
He's not good. He's not good. I don't know what the Sens in last place are thinking doing that, and they traded a 3rd rounder.
Yeah, that's a valuable 3rd rounder too. That's like a 2nd rounder.
Like you're a rebuilding team. It's like, why are you trading for old guys who are bad?
I bet you that bites them in the ass, and that 3rd rounder turns into
actually. Yeah, actually, I just saw something. Travis Hamonic has worse metrics than Josh Brown. Josh Brown is basically Ottawa's worst defenseman.
That's
right now.
Yeah, there's also this whole thing with
him and Zaitsev. Yeah,
Ottawa traded their 3rd round pick, or Vegas traded their 3rd round pick to Ottawa for Dadonov, and now like Ottawa traded, but they got that original pick from Vancouver for Nate Schmidt or something like that. And then now Ottawa's literally just trading that back to get a terrible defenseman.
Oh, what the hell?
Jeez.
Well, glad we're not Ottawa fans.
Well, Eric, what do you think? You think they're done tomorrow? Please? You think they got anything up their sleeve, or?
I think they have some stuff left in their sleeve. I think the trade deadline for Dubas is not over. However, I think Dubas made a splash. I think Giordano was the guy that he wanted. And I think, they talked about it for a while probably. And they're like, you know what, let's bolster up our defense. I think that they realize what I realized this whole time is that it's not your goalie, it's your fucking defense. So I think they got their defense a little bit better. And I think they're going to make like a little maybe get a goalie like as a goalie depth. I don't know. They got Harry Sateri. I think like they're gonna go with him as like a backup for now. I really think that.
Here's my issue with Harry.
But I think
What's
maybe
your
some
issue?
more smaller moves tomorrow, just to
No,
free up cap space or get like another bottom six forward, something like that.
yeah, I don't know. I don't really I don't think the Leafs can walk out today being satisfied. I also think Giordano definitely makes the team better. Like, here's the thing: is like we were saying the same stuff about Foligno last year.
That's exactly what I said in the video. I was like, I've seen this before. We get Foligno, we get a captain on a shit team, and we get some bottom six fucking defensive center.
That's the thing, is like that's literally what we got
But Nick Foligno was bad at hockey.
last year.
Mark
Here's the
Giordano was
thing.
clearly not.
We didn't know that though. We were hyped.
We were hyped, but we
were hyped.
kind of knew like we were
Bro,
just blinded by the fact
I
that he
just
just made a move.
can't. Like, it's always fun when the Leafs make trades because like Dubas is kind of dumb like a lot of the time. So like it's fun to see what he does, but like it seems like he didn't get like he didn't give up a first round pick, which he did for Foligno. That's already better. Foligno was very injury prone and had been injured all year.
And we didn't need him. We didn't need another forward.
We did need a left winger.
We
Leafs,
did, but we needed a top
if
six left winger.
Bunting wasn't, if Bunting didn't turn out to be Bunting this year, the Leafs would be in desperate need of a top line left winger.
Yeah, we'd have to
For
go
sure,
we'd
but
have to get Jake
Bunting-
Taylor or Hagel.
Yeah. The thing is, Bunting has stepped up and done a really good job, and like, you know, that's the thing is Hyman was on the team last year, so it was decently fine. But no, I don't know. It's just like Foligno. I mean, he's old. It really does seem like a similar thing.
It does.
I don't know. I
I'm not
don't
disagreeing with
know.
you.
I just really hope it is a bit different though, because Giordano's a defenseman. He just adds like, we know he's better than Hall.
Yeah, exactly.
He's better than Dermot. He's better than Sandin and Liljegren. He's better than Lyubushkin. You know, Brody and Riley are the top 2D on the Leafs, and he's going to be the third guy. Like that's what the Leafs need, is a top 4 defenseman. And we can see all we want about Foligno, but
So
he's
you-
a top 4
And
defenseman.
Muzzin's coming back.
yeah.
And Muzzin's coming back. So it's like, you know, they did upgrade. You couldn't say that about Foligno, like 100%. You couldn't say this was a huge upgrade, getting Foligno for the left wing. He's going to be ahead of like Kerfoot and that, and like Kerfoot was better than Foligno in my opinion. But here you can definitely say he's better than Hall. You know, you watch them play. He's better than Dermot, who's not on the team anymore. He's better than Liljegren and Sandin, who are young. Can't blame them. And then, you know, he just sits in the second pairing, maybe even the first pairing. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask.
They
It's
might
like
even put him with Riley. Who knows?
Brody and Giordano.
Yeah.
Or do you think it's going to be and then Riley and what, Lyubushkin?
Well, they're gonna have to
Yeah.
come up with a new pair for Riley.
Yeah, we should.
Because
we should do
if
a
they,
defensive video.
I mean, if they want to leave Giordano and Brody together, could be fun to watch. But like, Riley and Brody have been playing together all year, right? So you might
Yeah,
want
but
to leave
they've
them.
been split up lately. Like
Yeah, they
Riley and
they've been
Lyubushkin has
putting-
been the new pairing.
They've been putting Brody on the second pairing. I honestly think it could just be like what they've been doing is Riley and Liljegren. Liljegren might honestly play, or Lyubushkin. Riley Lyubushkin or Riley Liljegren, and just put Giordano and Brody on the second pair. See what they can do.
Being a Muzzin Sandine pairing is going to be pretty sick.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's definitely gonna have to be a trial and error, and we'll definitely have to see what works, what doesn't, and we have time. That's the best part. Last year we had no fucking time. We had like 10 games, not even, to see
Mhm.
Foligno, but now we have like 20 games for the rest of the season to try things out, trial and error, see what works, see what doesn't, and prepare for the playoffs.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm calling it. This is the date. Okay, what's the date?
It's the 21st of March.
Okay, so technically it's 20th. It's past 12 a.m.
Mhm.
So
There's no
it's
more
the-
masks in Ontario.
Yeah,
Damn.
as of right now, as of 12 a.m., there's no
Yeah.
more masks. Well, in most places,
Yeah.
no more masks. Should I go into Walmart tomorrow without a mask?
Yeah, you're raw for that. You're raw. if you
That's
do that.
crazy.
Dude, that's scary.
People didn't even do that before COVID.
I'll literally feel naked.
I know. I'll like. It'll just be weird, yeah. I work tomorrow, right? So
Oh
Did you have
shit.
to wear? What'd they say?
what?
They say you don't have to wear one.
Well, they haven't said anything, so
So you're
Yeah,
just gonna walk in without a mask?
no. My mom's making me wear one, obviously.
Oh, your mommy said so.
Yeah, my mommy. Come on, guys. What do you think?
Anyways,
Yeah, what were you gonna call?
Yeah.
sorry.
No, that's my
I
fault.
was gonna call it right now on the 20th. Leafs are not done. People are gonna be extremely surprised tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm calling it right
Guy is a
now.
guru.
Something big is gonna happen. Giordano, because you know why? Because that trade wouldn't happen if he had to give up a first round pick. He kept the first round pick because he's doing something with it tomorrow. I guarantee it.
All right.
Big
Well,
flash. It's gonna be Fleury or someone who were like, oh shoot, I didn't see
I
that
would
one
not
coming.
say that
maybe.
because that's not nice. But I would say wowzers.
wow. Okay.
Cool.
Some hot
cool.
takes here.
I'm just gonna call it. Hopefully it happens. I'm hoping that happens. But I got a good feeling. Like, here's what I think. The team isn't done. They definitely have an upgrade on defense now. Okay, cool. That's what they needed. I'm good with this defense core now. Honestly, that kind of solidifies it. Top four defensemen. That's what we needed, right? Forwards, top two lines, really, really good. Third line, definitely really good. But I feel like there's upgrades that can be made. I think that left wing position can definitely be upgraded on from Kerfoot. Even on the third line, I don't know.
So
That's
are you
something
saying like someone like Garland or Mott could be traded tomorrow?
I'm saying, yeah. I think someone could play with Tavares. Because I think Tavares just like thrives with younger playmakers. You know what I mean? Like, like when he
So
played
we
with
trade for
Marner, he's
McDavid?
so good. He's obviously Marner, like he's so good. But like, if they got someone who's just younger, who's purely like a playmaker, because also Nylander's not like a playmaker. He's kind of a sniper too.
Yeah.
So you got two snipers on that line, and then Kerfoot's kind of a role player, I would call him. But I don't know, like.
Well, you heard
I
it
feel
here
like
first.
something could
McDavid to
happen
the
tomorrow.
Leafs to play on a line with Tavares.
Who?
McDavid to the Leafs. Young playmaker.
McDavid for Matthews tomorrow goes down. Imagine. That would be crazy. No,
Yeah.
I would hate that actually.
Why?
Actually, no, I wouldn't hate that.
Wait, what would you hate?
McDavid for Matthews. I wouldn't hate that. I would suck. I love Matthews, but what would you think about that? What would you do? What would you give up for
I'd rather
McDavid?
Marner.
Nah, that would never go through.
Marner and Kerfoot for McDavid.
Nah, no. It would be like Marner and like Nylander maybe, or Marner and like Tavares.
Marner and like a couple first.
Yeah. Anyways, that's super not gonna happen. I do think the Leafs are gonna make a splash. Something like Fleury. That's my call. I'm just gonna call it. I've called it for the last week, so let's go Fleury to the Leafs. I'm just gonna say it.
All right. That's a hot take, but we'll wrap it up there. And unless you guys had any final dying comments to make.
I'm literally the Simpsons. You guys said that.
He said that.
Oh wait, what did we say it for though? Oh, because
I called someone. What did I say?
No, you called the Fleury.
Yeah, you called Fleury thing a long time ago, and then it started to heat up. Right. Yeah.
I literally said it before the talk even started.
Yeah, dude, I literally ridiculed you on that video, and then I was like, dude, there's no way. And then like they've just proposed a trade, but unfortunately Toronto declined it. Whatever.
I wouldn't give him knives for him though. A rental goalie, no.
Mm-mm.
Anyways,
I wouldn't either. Yeah, that'll do it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you made it to the end, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you came from another platform, make sure to subscribe as well. This has been the Buds in the Box YouTube channel. Bye for now.